Word on the street, you got that ism check. They say, you got these bitches doing us some on bows to get your trap check.
Imani Inc. Music.
Got instrumental stock.
It's a lifestyle, this is not a hustle. You gotta sacrifice or you ain't gotta struggle. Live outside your comfort zone, not outside a bubble. You gotta stay hard when it's time for trouble. Ism for God is the greater mind. Ain't nothing like the max state of mind. Apply the game is the greater grind. You put it to the test, lay in the greater time.
Chopped is insane. You put your hands on me, you're going to the slammer. I don't care. Also, if you're a real pimp, stay out of my inbox.
You're
I like
watching
the fake
Key
ones. I like the
Talk
ones that eat
Media.
ass, eat pussy, and buy me things and all of that. So, like, if you're not down to take a split, if you actually stand on your pimping, bye.
Yeah, so I'm gonna let her speak. Let me see.
Chopped is insane. You put your hands on me, you're going to the slammer. I don't care. Also, if you're a real pimp, stay out of my inbox. I
You're
like
watching
the
Key
fake ones. I like the
Talk.
ones.
So she don't want a real pimp. So you want a simp. You want a sucker. You want these lames. And some dudes will take it from her. I mean, she attractive, but I don't like the tat on her face. I understand the long nails and the wig because you supposed to be a hoe, but she ain't no hoe. If you want a fake pimp, you ain't no hoe. You know what I'm saying? You gang goofy for real. This the gang goofy shit I'm talk about, man.
Eat ass, eat pussy, and buy me things and all of that.
So she said she wanted a dude to eat ass, eat her pussy, and buy her things. Now I understand of buying the things. Now everybody do shit in their own household, but I mean, you know, sexually they ain't supposed to be out there, but you know, every pimp do what they want to do with their hoes. You know, that's between you. I ain't in the bedroom. But for buying things, you supposed to make her earn the things that you buy her. But let me just let her finish.
Like, if you're not down to take a split, if you actually stand on your...
What split? It ain't no percentages in this shit. She talking about taking a split. See, some dudes will just get this bitch just to get it. If you ever had this bitch or this type of bitch and you were just doing it, you wasn't pimping. But, you know, that's gang goofy in itself right there. But, you know what I'm saying? Let me let her finish.
Pimping. Bye.
Now, she said, you don't stand on the pimp, but she throwing up the peace sign with her little long ass raptor nails. Now, hoes had nails, that's for sure. Like I said, I understand the nails and the wig and all that. You know, that's the fantasy they selling. But this shit that she talking about, is gang goofy. She don't want no pimp. She want a dude to take a split. First of all, real pimp ain't taking no split. He taking all the shit. Ain't no splits. Where the fuck a split come from? It ain't no percentages. A pimp take all the shit. Now, he ain't just spending on himself. If he really pimping, you know, part of that going back into the bitch, you know what I'm saying? You got to make sure she look good. You know, you got to make sure she took care of, yeah. Because you got to make sure she go back out there. You know what I'm saying? She got to wear the uniform. She got to get your money. So you going to invest back into your business. That's pimping. You invest it back into the bitch, because that's your business. If you're a pimp, your hoes is your motherfucking product. You know what I'm saying? The pimp is the brand, the hoe is the product. I say that in my upcoming book. But this bitch just gang goofy, man. And, you know, that's all I really got to say. I just want people to see this bullshit.
This a lifestyle, this is not a hustle. You gotta sacrifice or you ain't gotta struggle. Live outside your comfort zone, not outside a bubble. You gotta stay hard when it's time for trouble. Ism for God is the greater mind. Ain't nothing like the max state of mind. Apply the game is the greater grind. You put it to the test, lay in the greater time.